My husband and I had gone to a mosque, for a one-speaker program. Was the first time he invited me to the masjid since our wedding a year ago, more or less. We had met and married while both we worked as substance abuse counselors in a rehabilitation. We couldn't be more different at first, since we were from completely different backgrounds. He is black and I am white. He is Muslim and I am Jewish. Though he hadn't got me asked me to become a Muslim before our marriage, made me dua, invitation to Islam, silent through his excellent example. It had an extensive Islamic library, and as I am an avid reader, I naturally read many of his books. I also observed his modest behavior. I observed while he did Salat, prayer, 5 times a day. He went to the Jumu'ah prayers on Fridays and fasted during the month of Ramadan. So, it was natural that develop an interest in their religion. When we arrived at the mosque, he told me pointed to the entry into the women's sector. Agree to meet us in the parking lot after the program was over. Okay, I can do that, I thought to myself as I walked into the dark hallway and went down the steep steps. I had never had trouble to make friends before. I had always enjoyed situations multicultural and was looking forward to the night. My husband had suggested that he wear something modest for the occasion. I ran my hands through mine long-sleeved dress, stretching and softening it. I felt confident that the women in the masjid would approve of my appearance. However, when I reached the end of the stairs and entered through the door marked, "Sisters," I was able to immediately feeling in the air tension, suspicion, estrangement and confusion. All veiled heads turned toward me, and Muslim women stared at me as if I had 2 heads. I froze in the driveway, staring back for them. I had never seen it so many Muslim women together in one place. Most wore the traditional hijab, but 2 evaluated me through their coverage that revealed only their eyes. Others were sitting with their handkerchiefs over their shoulders. When I and they covered their heads with the handkerchiefs. But then one of them stood up, approached me, and introduced herself as Sister Basima. At least this one there was a look of welcome on his face. "Hi," I said. "My name is Sharon. I'm here because of the speakers program. Is there anyone with you?" she asked. "My husband is there on top," I replied. "Oh, her husband is Muslim?" he asked. "Yes, he is," I said. "Alhamdulillah," she replied. "Come and sit with us." He took me to a table where there were 3 other women sitting. They were the most beautiful and I had already seen. Right after the presentations, I forgot the name of each one of them, which were equally exotic. Sister Basima then got up and went greet more people who had arrived. "Where are you from?" one of the women asked me. I replied that I was an American of European origin, born in New York. "Where is yours from husband?" was the next question. "From the States United, but where is he from?" "Philadelphia," I replied. "No, I meant what country is he?" "It's American, born in the United States. He is African American from Philadelphia," I replied, thinking that there was a language barrier. I found out later that most Caucasian women in the masjid were married to Arabs. They said all in unison and lowered their adorable gazes. "You're thinking to become a Muslim?" asked another, looking at me with an expression radiant on his face. "No," I replied, "I'm Jewish." Well, I wish they could see the expression on their faces. Like this that was politely possible. The subject changed. "Your children are Muslims?" asked one of them, returning to the questions. "No, I don't have children," I replied. And that was it. Your attempts to find common ground had failed me. They smiled at me and then something amazing happened, for which I was not prepared. The conversation became in Arabic. I continued to sit with them at the table. They spoke to each other most of the time in Arabic and I smile. As more women joined the table, they introduced me in English. That's Sharon. She's Jewish. Then they would speak in Arabic again. When the program began, women gathered in the prayer room and all sat on the carpeted floor. But after about 5 minutes the women talked to the talking, muffling the sound of the program that was being broadcast by a loudspeaker.